Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric, and today we're going to feature another game from the 1967 season. A marquee pitching matchup between Bob Gibson of the St. Louis Cardinals against Don Drysdale of the Los Angeles Dodgers. So I was coming across this game in my schedule and saw this was a good pitching matchup and decided to record this one. Still working towards getting to a point where I can start my new series, which hopefully I'll get to by this weekend or at the very latest early next week. Gonna be starting a new series based on the 1967 season, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, this was a good matchup, so I decided to record this one. So Don Drysdale has got an ERA so far of 5.14, struggling so far in the season, 0-1 record. He's just pitched one game, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 Ks and 1 walk. Didn't have the greatest record, but had a good ERA on the season. And some good, so other stats were very good. So he'll be facing a lineup of the St. Louis Cardinals, which ended up being the World Series champs in 1967, of Lou Brock playing left field, batting first. Curt Flood, the center fielder, bats second. Right fielder Roger Maris is back in the lineup after having a few days off because of injury. Orlando Cepeda will bat cleanup and play first base. Batting fifth will be the catcher Tim McCarver. Batting sixth, Ed Spezio. Paul Gagliano, I think that's his name, is out with an injury right now. Sustained a few games back. So Ed Spezio will fill in for him. Julian Javier will bat seventh and play second base. Batting eighth will be the shortstop Dal Maxwell. And batting ninth will be the pitcher Bob Gibson. So let's get this game underway. So Lou Brock steps into the box first. He's hitting 171 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. And it's a range check by Michael, the shortstop. He'll make the play. 1 down. Curt Flood up now, hitting 313. Still looking for his first home run with 4 RBIs. Not a huge home run hitter, but did hit a few. 5-1. And Cardinals will have their first hit of the game, a 1-out single by Curt Flood. Roger Maris will step to the plate. Hitting off to a great start, hitting 375 with 1 home run and 1 RBI. He only played 3 games, so before he went to the DL for a few days. So actually, it wasn't really a DL. They just kept him off the field for 4 games, but he's back on the field today. And his first at bat back, he gets a double, which will score Flood all the way from first. And the Cardinals are up 1-0. So Orlando Cepeda up now. Cepeda hitting 324 with 5 RBIs. Also still looking for his first home run of the 1967 season. So possibility of a ground error on the ground. And yeah, Fairley will commit an error, the first baseman. And there'll be runners at the corners with 1 down. Tim McCarver up now off to a very slow start, only hitting 083. Does have a homer and 4 runs batted in, though. And he will strike out for the second out. It's Spezio up now. Hitting 286 and just 7 at-bats so far in the season with an RBI. And he does not strike out. He avoids striking out. He does line up to center, and that will retire the side. But the Cardinals strike first on that RBI double by Roger Maris. And we head to the bottom of the first. Cardinals 1. And Dodgers nothing. All right. Here's the lineup facing Bob Gibson and the Cardinals. Wes Parker will bat first and play center field. Ron Hunt will be the second baseman batting second. Lou Johnson will bat third and play right field. Ron Faley will bat cleanup and plays first base. Batting fifth will be the third baseman Jim Lefevre. Batting sixth will be the catcher John Roseborough. Batting seventh and playing left field Bob Bailey. Batting eighth Gene Michael, the shortstop. And on the mound and batting ninth, Don Drysdale. So Bob Gibson so far in the season is off to a good start. After a great start, actually 2-0 with a 1.18 ERA, 15 in third inning pitched, only 9 hits allowed. Does have 17 strikeouts, so averaging more than a strikeout an inning, and with 6 walks. Does have a few too many walks than normal, as he only allowed 37 on the whole year. But off to a great start. So Wes Parker will lead it off for the Dodgers, hitting 247. I'm sorry, hitting 261. He hit 247 in the regular season, and still looking for his first RBI. And he will strike out. So 1 down. Ron Hunt up now, hitting 276 with an RBI. And he'll fly out to center for the second out. Lou Johnson up now, hitting just a $194 with 3 runs batted in. He avoids the strikeout. But he'll fly out to center. And the Dodger Stadium is a +1 to all strikeouts, so there's a slightly more of a chance than normal of getting a strikeout. -2 to walks. And -1 to home runs. So it's very pitcher friendly. All right. Julian Javier will be up now for the Cardinals, hitting 382 with 2 runs batted in. Maybe Javier, Maxville, and Gibson up for the Cardinals. And Javier will strike out for the first out of the inning. Maxville up now, hitting 333 with 2 runs batted in. And let's see what we got here. It's going to be just a fly out. So he'll fly out to center for the second out. Bob Gibson up now, hitting 167. And he will strike out to retire the side. So the Cardinals go in order in the second, but still have a 1-0 lead. And we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and Ron Faley is going to get 11 years younger. So yeah, it's kind of interesting playing the 1967 season, because probably the first season I really remember is like 77 or 78. Probably more 78, but I do remember some of 77. But I remember the players when they were, play around that age. So Ron Fraley was one of them who was a lot older when I remember him. And it's kind of interesting to see players that also played in 67, how much younger they look, even Yastrzemski and others. I remember them as always being like older. But it's kind of cool to look at them when they were younger players, because I always picture them as being older players. So anyway, let's see. So it's going to be a foul ball on Fairley. Gibson looks in for the sign, fires another one in. It'll be a range play at Dodger Stadium. And it'll be a failed range check on Javier. So it'll be a base hit for Fairley. So the Dodgers have the leadoff runner on here in the second. Jim Lefevre up now. Hitting .379 with 4 runs batted in. And it'll be a range play. Range play on the left fielder, Brock. Lou Brock will fail the range check as it's a 6. And it's going to be a double. And Fairley is going to try to make it home, but he's thrown out trying to score all the way from first on the double by Lefevre. And let's see here. 2 is less than 3, so he will advance. Lefevre will advance on the throw home, and so he'll be on third with 1 down. But the Dodgers so far are unable to score the tying run. We'll see if Roseboro can drive him home to tie the score. Hitting .385 with 2 runs batted in. Oh, it's going to be a home run check, and he's going to hit one a long way, and it's going to be a 2-run home run off of Bob Gibson. It doesn't let up many home runs to lefties, but to righties, he's pretty susceptible. And just like that, the Dodgers take a 2-1 lead. And here's another guy that I remember the Red Sox that was pretty weak hitting backup, I think, not first baseman, maybe outfielder and third baseman, I think it was. But, so he looks a lot older here, but as you can see here, back in 1967, he was pretty young. And he's with the Dodgers. So 3-2, it'll be a strikeout, so Billy will strike out. Set for the second out. Gene Michael up now, hitting .179. 2 runs batted in. And he'll ground out to first to retire the side. But the Dodgers score 2 on the 2-run homer by, was it Roseboro? No, Jim Lefevre. Yeah, 2-run home run by so it was John Roseboro. And they have a 2-1 lead going into the third. So Drysdale now has a lead on the mound. And he'll hit Lou Brock. So not a good way to start off if he just got the lead. Put a fast base runner on. Doesn't look like Brock is going anywhere though. Kurt Flood up now. 1-for-1 with a run scored. Scored the St. Louis run. On a double by Roger Maris. And he'll fly out to center for the first out. Roger Maris up again. Error possibility on a throw. And he'll fly out to left for the second out. Elena Cepeda. And a possible error check. A lot of error checks on. We just happen to be finding them on Drysdale's card. Ground out the short. And Michael will make an error. So this might be his second error. This is his second error. No, it was Fraley that committed the other error. I think he just failed the range. Yeah, Michael, he failed. No, he actually passed the range check. Just remember his name coming up before. All right, Tim McCarver up now. Struck out his first time up. Runners on first and second with 2 down. Dodger Stadium check. And he'll fly out to center to retire the side. So the Dodgers will have Drysdale, Wes Parker, and Ron Hunt up. Drysdale's hitless in 2 at-bats so far in the season. Not much of a hitter, just 129 for the season. Oh, he avoids the strikeout. So he's able to put the ball in play. And he'll fly out to center for the first out. Wes Parker up now. Struck out his first time also. 2-2. And this time we'll get a single. I just have a 1-out base runner, and Gibson's going to go over there to try to pick him off. And no. Just misses him. Umpire says safe. It's too bad there wasn't instant replay back then, or that could have been reversed. So Parker just got back there. So says the umpire. 5-3. So Ron Hunt up now, 0 for 1. He'll fly out to center. Lou Johnson, 0 for 1. And he'll line up the short, and that'll retire the side. Top of the 4th. Dodgers up 2-1. Ed Spezio, 0 for 1. He'll strike out the first out of the 4th. Leon Javier struck out his first time up. And he'll pop up to second for the second out of the inning. See if Dal Maxwell can do anything. Error possibility here on the left fielder. And he does commit the error. So Bob Bailey commits an error. And the Dodgers will have, the Cardinals will have a 2-out base runner. And he'll make it all the way to second base. So 2-base error on Bailey. Puts a runner in scoring position for Bob Gibson. See if he can help his own cause and tie up the game. And he'll ground out the first, and that'll retire the side. Bottom of the 4th. Fairly, the Fever, and Roseboro. 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Dodgers. See if they can add to the lead. Fairly strikes out. The Fever up now. Doubled his first time up and came around the score. Three. Oops. It'll be a range play on the third base shortstop, and Maxville is able to make this one again too. 2 down now. Roseboro hit a big 2-run homer to give the Dodgers a 2-1 lead. It's last time up. And just misses a double and flies out to right. Top of the 5th. Dodgers by 1. Wow, we keep finding this error check here. The error check on Hunt, the second baseman, and he does commit an error. So fourth Dodger error. So the Dodgers are not helping their own cause here, but 4 errors in the game already. It's only the 5th inning. So that will put Lou Brock again. So he reaches again on an error. See if he tries to steal. No, can't seem to get a good read off of Drysdale. And Flood puts it in play. So it's going to be a base hit. Brock motors all the way to third. So the run is at the corners now with nobody out. So the Dodgers are in business. And Roger Maris will be at the plate. 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. See if he can add to his RBI total. Range play. And Michael this time isn't able to come up with it. So 1 run will come in. Flood will hold at second. And the game is tied at 2. So Roger Maris gets his second RBI of the day. Still nobody out for Orlando Cepeda. 0 for 2. 5-4. And he'll strike out. See. Tim McCarver up now. Also 0 for 2. And he will walk to load the bases. Great opportunity for Spezio now. The base is loaded and 1 down. Dodgers are hoping for the double play ball. Instead, they get a pop out to second. 2 down now, so they'll take a base hit or a walk or a wild pitch or something to get the Dodgers a run. I mean, the Cardinals a run. Julian Javier up now, 0 for 2. So they failed to score despite loading the bases with nobody out. Oh, with 1 out, sorry. Yep. Alright, so I think I do here. Pretty sure. At least this one run was unearned here. There were a couple errors in this inning. Brock grounded ball. Yep. Brock was safe on the error. And he scored, so just because he was safe in the air and he scored would mean that is an unearned run. So, yep. So, Bob Bailey will lead it off for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 5th, all tied up at 2 now. And he'll walk to lead it off. Looks like Gene Michael is going to bunt. And successful bunt. We'll move Bailey to second. Congratulated by his teammates as he returns to the dugout. Don Drysdale up now. And he'll get himself a base hit, a rare base hit for Don Drysdale. And Bailey's going to come around and he'll get thrown out trying to score the go-ahead run. Drysdale holds at first. Wes Parker up now. 1 for 2. And he'll ground out the short to end the inning. So the Dodgers are unable to score. And they're still tied at 2 in top of the 6th. Maxwell steps into the box. Drysdale still looking pretty good out there. Bob Gibson up now. Let's just take a look at Bob Gibson. He's actually even better than... He's got 9 batters until he gets tired. So he will hit for himself. Definitely a good pitching duel so far in the game between Gibson and Drysdale. Lou Brock is 0 for 2 with a run scored. Reached twice on errors. And he might reach a third time on an error possibility here. And he will. He'll reach on another error by Bob Bailey. So that's going to be a 2-base error again. And Brock will be in scoring position. So the Dodgers have shot themselves in the foot with 5 errors. Bob Bailey has committed 2. Michael, Fairley, and Hunt have each committed an error also. So, ouch. So the Dodgers are not helping themselves today. Thankfully, only 2 runs have scored. Could have been a lot worse. Kurt Flood up now. He'll ground out to third. And that'll retire the side. So the error does not hurt them. And it's still tied at 2. So the Dodgers will have Hunt, Johnson, and Fairley looking to go ahead here in the bottom of the 6th. And he'll pop out to third. 1 down. Lou Johnson up now. Still looking for his first hit of the day. And he'll have himself a single. So gets a 1-out single for Ron Fairley, the cleanup hitter. Ooh, possible home run. Nope, but Gibson does not allow any home runs. If he were a lefty, then a righty, then yeah, but does very stingy to lefty as far as home runs go. And he'll hit into a double play. Now we'll retire the side. So we head to the top of the 7th. I'll knot it up at 2. Maris, Cepeda, and McCarver. Maris is 2 for 3 on the day with a couple RBIs. Knocked in both of the Cardinal runs. Ooh, if he were a lefty, he would be a triple, but instead he flies out to right. There's action in the Dodger bullpen. As Drysdale starting to tire. He's probably tired of looking at all the errors. I can tell you that much. So he'll fly out. Some Carver up now. Drysdale hoping to get through 7. And Carver will fly out to center, and that'll retire the side. So Gibson will face Lefebvre, Roseboro, and Bailey. Still looking really good. Still got 6 batters to face before he starts tiring. And he will fail. Range check on Brock is fails. It's a second failed range check on Brock. So, not an error, but is unable to get to it. So the Fever will reach first, leading off the bottom of the 7th. Dodgers are going to try a little hit and run now with Roseboro. He's already homered today. Avoids the strikeout. And will be successful. And the Fever makes it all the way to third. So successful hit and run by the Dodgers. Runners at the corners now with nobody out. Gibson will face Bailey now, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. And he'll strike out. So they're going to leave Gibson in to see if he can end the threat here with Michael up now, 0 for 1. And Javier is able to make the play. And he's pretty fast, though. So I'm going to say, yeah, he's going to try to score. And we're going to try for the double play. And go for the double play. And unable to turn the double play. So the go-ahead run comes in. He only plays the first. I think we got a pinch hit for Drysdale. Chance to get another run here. So Drysdale can get the win. See if they can add another run to the board here in the 7th. And the Dodgers did not use a pinch hitter on April 22nd of 1967, which is the day we're playing. So we will choose, see who the computer picks. Jim Hickman. Yeah, we'll go with Jim Hickman. Jim Hickman will come and pinch hit for Drysdale, who gets a round of applause as he makes it way to the dugout. Hickman's just a 163 hitter, though, with 10 RBIs. He's got a runner in scoring position. Ooh. The pickoff is... It is a pickoff, though. So a pickoff. And Hickman's at bat is wasted, I think. I think that waste is... No, I guess it doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. Waste is at bat, so Hickman will not get a chance to hit as Gibson picks off. Who did he pick off? Roseboro, who knocked in the go-ahead run, but gets picked off himself. So, all right, so who are the Dodgers going to bring in? We're going to bring in Peronowski. Closer will come in. Here in the top of the 8th. Try for a 6-out save. Peronowski comes in with an ERA of 3. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed. 5 Ks. He is the closer. Although he doesn't have a save yet in the season. Had 16 in the regular season with a 2.45 ERA. So Spezio will bat first, 0 for 3. And he'll ground out to second for the first out. Julian Javier up now, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Let's see, do we want to pinch hit? Nah, we'll keep him in. 1-3. They didn't use any pinch hitters. I don't think either team did. Yeah, neither team used a pinch hitter in the game. And it was a 3-1 Cardinals victory. So we're going to go with that. Unless it's the pitcher's spot, then we will probably pinch hit. 5-2. And a fly out to left. 2 down. Dale Maxwell up now, 0 for 3 also. Dodger ballpark check. Grounds out the third. And then I'll retire the side. So the Cardinals go in order in the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th. See if Dodgers can add to their lead. We're going to take Gibson out. Maybe not. We'll let him start this inning, see how he does. Error check. No error. Gibson is now officially exhausted. So we are going to take him out. And Gibson pitched a complete game. Yep. Complete game, 5-hitter. So we're going to take him out. And let's see, we got a couple. We got a switch hitter in Wes Parker and a little righty in Ron Hunt. We're going to bring in nice Nelson Bryles. So come into the game. 1-0 record. It's not allowed to run yet. An earned run. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits and 2 strikeouts. No walks allowed. They'll face Parker, Hunt, and Johnson here in the bottom of the 8th. Trying to hold this to a 1-run lead for the Dodgers. And I'll pop out the first out. Ron Hunt up now. And he will double. So a 1-out double. Tying runs on. Another runs on second scoring position. Trying to give the Dodgers a 2-run lead. Lou Johnson up now. Range play. And Flood is unable to get to the ball. It'll fall, and Hunt will come around to score on the RBI single by Lou Johnson to give the Dodgers a 4-2 lead now. Ron Fairley up now. Another ballpark check. Ooh, we're going to have our first rare play of the day. Right fielder dives after a lining sinker. Resolve at S9, a single 9 range play. Check for injury to right fielder. So a possible injury on Roger Maris, who just came back from an injury. So he's able to make the play. And Roger Maris is injured again. So he just comes back off the, well, not really a DL, but he injures his shoulder, making a great diving catch. Probably saving a run, but at the cost of his own health, and he'll miss 4 more games. So Roger Maris is out again. So let's see, who are we going to put in for Maris? Oh, this is weird. So if you look here at the Players by position. There is no right field. There's 2 pitching positions. Let's see what this brings up. Yeah, so apparently they just put the wrong letters in here, but because this does bring up the right fielders. So we don't really have to worry. Is Maris going to be batting this inning? He might if somebody gets on. So we'll bring in the batter that we want, which is probably going to be this guy right here, Bobby Tolan. 253, 6 homers, and 12 stolen bases. So yeah, we're going to bring in Bobby Tolan to take over in right field. Replace the re-injured Roger Maris. Alright, so let's see here. Peronowski will not face Bryles. Just for the heck of it, let's see what kind of a hitter Bryles is. 150, not the greatest. So, whoops. So lefty on the mound, so we want to bring in a righty. I think we're going to bring in Mike Shannon. It's probably our best bet here. He's got a little bit of speed too. Alex Johnson actually does too, but Shannon's a better hitter, so we'll bring in Mike Shannon to pinch hit. Hitting .333 so far and 15 at-bats with an RBI. Peronowski winds up and delivers. Oh, possible home run here, 1-9. Good strong possibility here. That falls within the range. Thank goodness they got that extra run. That's looms big right now, especially if this is a 1-17. It's a 9, so it falls within, and Mike Shannon takes him deep. So a pinch hit home run from Mike Shannon. Makes the manager look good. So now it's a 1-run lead. Lou Brock will come to the plate now. Reached a couple of times on errors and came around to score a run. Come up now with nobody out here in the 9th, and he will strike out. So Peronowski gets him swinging. 1 down. Kurt Flood up now. Having a good day. 2 for 4. And no, just misses this. And he'll have himself a 1-out single. He's got a 4 running speed, so yeah, we'll leave him in. None of these guys are as fast as he is. Bobby Tolan up now. Came in to replace the injured Roger Maris. This will be his first at bat. And he will strike out. They really missed Roger Maris's bat on that one. That would have been he was having a good day at the plate too, so that could have tied it. But instead it'd be up to Orlando Cepeda. And Peronowski is officially tired, so we're going to bring in a righty to face Cepeda. Oops. If we're going to bring in Phil Regan. .383 ERA. Did have 6 saves in the season. Still looking for his first one. This is a save situation. 4 2/3 innings pitched. 8 hits allowed. 4 strikeouts. Looks in for the sign. Winds up in the pitch. Tying run is at first with 2 down. Cepeda's going to get himself a hit. Kurt Flood moves all the way to third, so run is at the corner, so the tying run is just 90 feet away. For Tim McCarver. 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. I think we're going to possibly lift McCarver for a pinch hitter. See who we got on the bench here. Dave Ricketts looks pretty good here. Switch hitting. He's a switch catcher too, so he can come in just in case we tie it up. So I think he is the choice. Dave Ricketts will come in to hit for Tim McCarver. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far this season. And I'm going to try to pick him off. Nope, no pick off here. That would have been awful. So Regan looks in for the sign, winds up in the pitch. Ricketts is ready. No, he does not strike out. And he comes through in the clutch with a single. So Dave Ricketts off the bench. Pinch hitting for McCarver. Gets himself a base hit and ties the game. So now an opportunity for the Cardinals to win it. Ed Spezio. Ooh, 0 for 4 on the day. He's the best defensive guy we have, though. Let's see, who do we have? Third base. Yeah, we got liability, Red Broussard. So I think we're getting only a 134 hitter anyway. So we are going to go. We're going to leave Spezio there to hit. He only hit 182 in the season, but he's a 210 hitter in real life, so not much better. The score is tied. 3-5. No, he does not walk. He doesn't walk at all against right-handed pitching. And he will fly out. And let's see. Who's St. Louis going to bring in now? So we get some free baseball here. Let's try to bring in a lefty, I think. No. I think we're going to bring in Joe Horner. I think we're going to bring in, yeah, we probably do. Let's bring in Joe Horner. Go right to the closer. So Dave Ricketts. He'll come in as the catcher. Good arm. Not much range, but good arm. Not Mike Shannon, so we're going to bring in Joe Horner. Boom. Alright. Alright, so we head to the... Oh, actually, not extra innings yet. I forgot the Dodgers were the home team. Bottom of the ninth now. Chance for the Dodgers to regain the lead and win the game. Jim Lefebvre will lead it off. 2 for 3 with a double. 2 runs scored. Joe Horner strikes him out. 1 down. John Roseboro. 2 for 3 with a homer. So they get the right guys up here in the 9th inning. And he will strike out. So back-to-back Ks for Joe Horner. Bob Bailey up now, 0 for 2 with a walk. He does not strike out. But he will fly out to right and will head into extra innings. So the Cardinals tie it up in the top of the 9th and force extra innings. So Javier Maxwell in the pitcher's spot will be up here in the 10th against Phil Regan. Still looking good. And Javier will strike out. Dal Maxwell 0 for 4 in the day. Range play. And Hunt will be successful. And there will be 2 outs. Oops, hold on. Mike Shannon. Why do they show Mike Shannon? Even Joe Horner's in there. Yeah. Yeah, Mike Shannon was a pinch hitter last inning, so he will not be hitting now. Let's see. So the pinch hitter is going to be Alex against the righty, so Alex Johnson. 175 bats, 223. That'll work. Oops. Alright, so Alex Johnson comes in. Hitless in 3 at bats so far this season. 3-1. And a ground out dribbler back to the pitcher. And now we retire the sides. We're to the bottom of the 10th. Still tied up at 3. Oh, Mike Torres was actually on the St. Louis Cardinals back in 1967. I did not know that. Alright, so let's see. So we got a switcher and a righty. But that's a pitcher spot, so doesn't really matter who we bring in here. I think we're going to bring counter with one of our closers, Ron Willis. He'll come in for the Cardinals. Got a save on the season. No runs allowed. No earned runs allowed. 3 2/3 innings pitched. 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks. He's been a little bit wild. So he'll face Michael, the pitcher spot, and Wes Parker. No single there. And he'll ground out to second for the first out. So pinch hitter for Regan. And let's see. El Ferrero will come on the pinch hit, a 277 hitter. Hitting 200 so far in the season. Willis looks in for the sign, winds up in the pitch. And he'll fly out to left for the second out. Right, let's see if Wes Parker can do anything. 1 for 4 in the day. And he will walk with 2 outs. Ron Hunt, 1 for 4 with a double. And he will walk out too, so back-to-back walks with 2 outs. Lou Johnson up now. Winning run on second. And he'll strike out. So the Dodgers had an opportunity there, but could not capitalize. Nah, he only had 3 appearances. I think we're going to bring in Dick Egan. Definitely don't want Brock to get on. We'll go lefty on lefty. Foul ball. Hanging tough is Brock so far, but he'll strike out. So Egan gets him for the first out. So a big out here in the top of the 11th. Kurt Flood up now, having a great day, 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Oh, and the dreaded error possibility. And nope. This time Parker passes the error check, makes the play. 2 down. Bobby Tolan up now. Struck out his first time up after replacing Maris, who was injured. And he'll strike out again. So head to the bottom of the 11th. Let's see, Wilson's got to come out. Lefty and a switchy, so try to get a lefty. Probably pick him if they don't pick him. Yeah, we can bring in this guy. He's not bad either. L. Jackson. We'll bring in L. Jackson. So L. Jackson comes in. 0-1 with a 6.23 ERA. 13 innings pitched, 14 hits allowed, 4 Ks, and 5 walks. So he's been a little wild too. And he'll fly out to the left. So Fairley is out. Jim Lefevre up now. 2 for 4. Bats righty against this lefty Jackson. Grounder back to the pitcher. Jackson makes the play. 2 down. Roseboro, see if he can do anything. Grounds out to the first baseman, takes it himself, and we head to the 12th. Still knotted up at 4. Egan's going to be back on the mound for the Dodgers. They'll face Cepeda, Ricketts, and Spezio. Ricketts had a big hit, pinch hit, RBI to tie the score and send us into extra innings. Well, sending us into extra innings. It was actually the top of the 9th. See what he can do here. And ground out to short. Spezio having a rough day, 0 for 5. Avoids the strikeout. Flies out to center. Alright. Bob Bailey will lead it off for the Dodgers. Jackson out there again. Range play. And he's going to have himself a leadoff double. As Flood cannot get to the ball. So a good start for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 12th inning. With the leadoff man on. Jackson's going to turn around and try to pick him off. And no, he gets back safely. So Gene Michael up now. 0 for 3 with an RBI. Oh, this could do it. Oh no. Wow, I've never seen a split like this. 1 for 3 and then the rest of it's an out. So he makes the out. Bailey will head back to second. Alright, so pinch hitter for Egan. Who the Dodgers going to bring in? Lefty, huh? Our top 3 pinch batters are all lefties, but I think we're going to bring in Luis Alcaraz. Yeah. So Alcaraz will come on the pinch hit. 2 for 3 and early on in the season. Does have a couple RBIs, so has produced. We're going to avoid that sacrifice there. He's already in scoring position, so. And plus, he's a bad bunter anyway. 1-4. So 1 to 13 will be a single, so it's off the pitcher's, a single off the pitcher's card, and this could end it. And it will. Bailey will come around the score. And the Dodgers win in 12. Defeat the St. Louis Cardinals 5-4 after the Cardinals rallied in the top of the 9th to tie it up. The Dodgers win it in the bottom of the 12th. Fireworks go off on our other screen. Check out the post game. Dodgers win in 12. Dodgers have 5 runs, 12 hits, and committed 5 big errors, but overcame it to beat the Cardinals 5-4. Mike Shannon hit his first home run of the season, a pinch hit home run to send us into extra innings. And Roseboro hit a home run for the Dodgers. Oops. Let's check and see. Very interesting to see how many runs were unearned for the Cardinals. And surprisingly, the Dodgers commit 5 errors. Wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Commit 5 errors, and only 1 of the 4 runs is unearned. So that's pretty amazing. Meanwhile, the Cardinals were perfect, did not commit any errors. Dodgers are also 1 for 3 in range check, 2 for 3 in range checks. Whereas the Cardinals were not so good at the range check. Let's see, 1 for 3, 1 for 4, 1 for 6. Lou Brock was horrible with range checks. 2 for 7 in range checks that the Cardinals were, so that wasn't very good. So Al Jackson gets the loss. He goes to 0-2. Gibson was 7 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk and 4 Ks. So not a bad outing. Not a lot of strikeouts. It's kind of unusual for Gibson. Drysdale pitched excellent. 7 innings pitched, just allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, a walk and 6 Ks, and hit a batter. So definitely a good pitching duel, but just about as expected. Roger Maris, unfortunately, is going back to the DL after having a 2 for 4 day with a couple RBIs. Other than Maris, though, Kurt Flood is actually very good. He's 3 for 6. Dodgers spread around their hits, had 12 hits on the day. John Roseboro, 2 for 5 with a big 2-run homer. At the time, gave the Dodgers the lead. Johnson, 2 for 5. Fever, 2 for 5 with a couple of runs scored. So that's it. So thank you for joining me from Dodger Stadium. This has been Eric from High Ground Gaming, and we will see you in the next 1967 replay using the Inside Pitch Baseball. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.